The Hungarian Defence Forces KFOR contingent is part of the Kosovo Force, NATO's peacekeeping mission in Kosovo. The 208 Hungarian troops are doing their tour of duty in Camp Villaggio Italia in Pech municipality, western Kosovo. The camp is located on the side of a 2,700-meter high mountain, so due to its geographical position the weather conditions are often extreme. While we visited the camp, it was raining for 3 consecutive days. On the 3rd day, we had opportunity to witness a beautiful natural phenomenon, a rainbow in the sky. Hungarian troops have been participating in the peacekeeping mission since 1999, the year when KFOR was established. The first Hungarian unit deployed to Pristina, and these days the Hungarian peacekeepers are stationed in Pech. This is the 3rd rotation of the HDF KFOR contingent.
The Hungarian KFOR contingent is made up of 2 main elements. One is the operational element, and the other is the support element. The operational element is based on a maneuver infantry company which is assigned to the multinational battle group West, so it executes its operational tasks under a multinational command. The operational element also includes a CIMIC team and a liaison and monitoring team, LMT, that are working in the area with operations in Kosovo. The core mission of the maneuver company is to conduct presence patrolling in the area with responsibility of Jakova district. It also has escort duties, is tasked with protecting properties with designated special status and serves as a reserve force for the commander of KFOR.
Kiemelt fontosságú objektumok védelmében adott esetben részt vehet, valamint a KFOR parancsnok része tartalékerőként szolgál.
The LMT and the CIMIC do not have conventional peacekeeping duties since they operate at a further stage, following the peace enforcement and peacekeeping activities. The CIMIC team is very important because it provides the link between the operational commander and the local population, which guarantees that the operational commander and the troops under him are recognized and received properly. The national support element is a unit in charge of supporting the task execution of all other Hungarian troops in terms of material, financing and equipment. Their responsibilities cover the whole spectrum of logistics supply as well as communications to make sure that these are always running smoothly whenever they're needed.
A pénz, az eszköz, tulajdonképpen a komplett logisztika, plusz még ugye a híradás, az úgy történjen és akkor történjen meg, amikor arra szükség van. Alapvetően a KFOR
KFOR has some other tasks beyond the operational duties, so we conduct training programs regularly with cross-training sessions together with maneuver companies of other battle groups, down to platoon level. So we conduct our joint training programs with them. In early October 2010 our maneuver company played a significant role in a very important KFOR-level task, which was to secure the inauguration of the Patriarch in Pech.
Alapvetően a műveleti századunk most a napokban került átcsoportosításra Koszovó északi részébe, úgynevezett Camp Nothing.
Recently our maneuver company redeployed to Camp Nothing Hill in northern Kosovo. This region of Kosovo has always been a little more unstable. Here the primary task of the maneuver company, which is the second echelon reserve force for the commander of KFOR, will be to man the border crossing checkpoint gate 1, to conduct presence patrolling in the same area of responsibility, provide force protection at the camp and serve as a quick reaction force. The personnel of the maneuver company carry out these tasks in Camp Nothing Hill for a month. Kosovo's security has improved a lot since my earlier tours of duty with the KFOR mission in 2003 and 2005. The security situation is now satisfactory. The country is currently stable, so I don't think we would witness any event in the near future that could seriously undermine the security.
Bármi olyan dolog történhetne itt az elkövetkező jövőben, ami ezt a biztonsági helyzetet megrengetni keményen.
A megfelelő logisztika nélkül nem működhet egy külföldre települt.
No military contingents deployed abroad could operate without adequate logistic support. The mechanics of the maintenance section have a very important role in the KFOR camp at Pech. These soldiers are responsible for repairing the vehicles of the contingent so they can function properly. provision of medical care for the troops is also a high priority in the area of operations. Almost all nations in Camp Villaggio Italia are running their own medical wards. The Hungarian contingent has a well-equipped ward too.
Jól felszerelt orvosi rendelővel rendelkezik.
Jelenleg a KFOR 3 kontingensben az egészségügyi...
At present there are 7 personnel on the staff of the medical center of the 3rd Hungarian KFOR contingent. Our center works under the commander of the National Support Element. Its table of organization and equipment includes 1 army doctor, 1 dentist, 3 medics and 2 drivers.
Ebben a rendelőben elég sok mindent el lehet végezni, a műszerezettsége nagyon jó.
The medical ward is multifunctional. It has excellent instrumentation, so practically we can diagnose and treat any type of illness. In those cases that require more complex special therapy, we transport the patients to the Prizren German field hospital that fully cooperates with us in providing treatment for Hungarians.
Ellátják a magyar betegeket. Műveleti elemnek a mozgását biztosítanunk kell. Most például a
We're tasked with supporting the movement of the operational element which is now redeploying to Camp Nothing Hill, where we have to provide medical cover with doctors, medics and ambulances for the 1-month period while the company is stationed there. Every medic carries his own emergency bag which contains basic resuscitation equipment and some items needed for treating serious injuries. A number of personnel of the maneuver company attended a combat life-saver training course, so they are qualified to give initial life-saving treatment until a medic arrives on the scene.
Alkalmassá teszik őket arra, hogy az első életmentő beavatkozásokat megcsinálják, amíg a felcser oda nem ér.
Egy misszióban sok minden eltér az otthoni feladatoktól. Itt helyben fogpótlást tanítani.
The tasks on a mission abroad are rather different from those we have at home. Here we do not practice prosthetic but only conservative dentistry. So Hungarians receive the full range of dental conservation, root canal treatment and extraction, while the foreign troops only first aid. If somebody comes in for a checkup and I notice he has a decayed tooth that he wants me to treat, I will naturally cure his problem so that it cannot distract him from his task. We have a great many patients with dental problems. I've been working here in the dental clinic for 2 months and so far I've received some 190 patients.
Itt a rendelőben, és olyan 190 páciens járt már itt nálam.
Camp Villaggio Italia is composed of several thousand living and work containers. The single stone building here is the church, which offers a spiritual refuge to religious servicemen. Like the contingents of all other nations, the Hungarian KFOR contingent has an army chaplain on its staff.
This church was built by Italians at the beginning of the mission. Being the only brick building, it is unique in the container camp. They tried to furnish this church in an ecumenical spirit, although Catholicism is perhaps a bit more pronounced here than other religions. Still, I believe any congregation can use it for worship. My job has a great many different aspects, of which I would first mention the classic religious services that are perhaps the most evident under these circumstances. We are holding religious services just like any civil minister at home. What is more, these services are held regularly on a weekly basis, which is perhaps not so characteristic of the work of army padres in Hungary.
Ezek mellett vannak a klasszikus lelkészi feladatok, vagy lelkipásztori feladatok inkább, mint a lelki gondozás.
Besides, we have a range of classic pastoral duties such as spiritual care and paying attention to each other. Our service rests on some further very remarkable pillars that belong more to organizing off-duty activities, like arranging journeys to various local shrines.
Ilyen például, hogy utakat szervezünk különböző helyi szent helyekre.
There are many Orthodox religious sites in and around Pech municipality. The Patriarchate on the edge of the town is the seat of the Patriarch of Pech. The new Patriarch was officially inaugurated on the 3rd of October 2010, and the KFOR troops, including the Hungarians, secured the ceremony. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to take footages inside the several hundred-year-old complex, but the garden of the Patriarchate in itself captivates the visitors. Situated some 20 kilometers from Pech, the monastery of Dichan is a gem of the Serbian Orthodox Church. UNESCO declared the building a World Heritage Site in 2004. These days the 30 monks living here have their own winery, apiary and cheese factory.
I'm monk Nifont. I'm one of the brothers, one of the monks of the Visoki Dečani Serbian Orthodox monastery here in Kosovo. This is a somewhat special style. So it's a combination of Western architecture, of Romanesque and Gothic architecture, and Eastern Orthodox fresco painting. This is what makes this church very special in the whole history of art. The monastery was built in early 14th century, and the monastery has always been a living monastic community. So for the almost 7 centuries now of its history, it has always been a place of worship. The prayers were always kept every day in this church. Well, I have to highlight that we have a very good cooperation with KFOR. And for us, the presence of KFOR in the monastery and in this region means that we feel very safe and secure. Today, the Italian KFOR is in the guarding posts around the monastery. But also we have active cooperation with other units within the KFOR, so as well with the Hungarian colleagues. We have very good friends in Hungarian KFOR, and always glad to have Hungarian military delegations when they come to a monastery. And we also learned a little bit about fish paprikash and eres pista and some specialties of the Hungarian cuisine.
The CIMIC role is one of the main elements in the task scheme of Hungarian troops in Kosovo. The CIMIC cell of the Hungarian KFOR contingent carried out several important projects in the town of Jakovica and its environs in recent months. Their latest project was the construction of a bridge which is now open to public traffic.
We are now in the town of Jakova, in Jakova district. Behind us flows the river Lukasi, and we are standing by the bridge János Hunyadi. The Hungarian KFOR contingent implemented a joint project in cooperation with the local government of Jakova to construct the bridge. 72% was the contribution of the Hungarian contingent, while 28% was funded by the local government. There are some 300 houses behind us, so the bridge is a great help to locals and their children in going to work and school. There are 4 personnel on the staff of the CIMIC team, which is responsible for maintaining contact with the local leaders and implementing CIMIC projects in support of successful task execution. We have furnished schools with computers and sports equipment, fielded speed bumps at schools, donated agricultural machinery and fodder to people in need, and distributed humanitarian aid among flood victims. The CIMIC team maintains a very good relationship with the local government. Most of the district is populated by Albanians, and we have developed very good relations and cooperation with them.
In addition to the CIMIC team, the Hungarian KFOR contingent comprises a liaison and monitoring team. The primary task of the LMT is to maintain contact with the local public actors. Besides, they often go up to people on the street to ask them for their opinion on the economy and the security of the country.
The Hungarian LMT now has a staff of 6, including a commander, the second in command, an officer, an operations staff NCO and 2 drivers. The LMT is tasked with keeping direct contact with the local public actors, including deputies of the mayor, various heads of department in the local government, as well as the representatives of international organizations, governmental organs and NGOs. We are in contact with the man in the street too, so we generally ask them for their opinion on issues of security, the economy of the country and the development projects. We're really interested in people's opinion, being the eyes and ears of the KFOR commander.
Szeme és füle, és az LMT-nek a jelmondata a következő. Feel the pulse of Kosovo.
The LMT slogan goes like this: feel the pulse of Kosovo. So we have a sort of predictive function within KFOR.
Funkciót látunk el a KFOR csapatain és tevékenységén belül.
The Hungarian troops in KFOR are assigned the town of Jakovica and its environs as their area of responsibility, but sometimes they must serve in other parts of the country. Located some 30 kilometers from Mitrovica, Camp Nothing Hill is KFOR's northernmost camp. There are no permanently stationed personnel at the military base, which is situated on a barren plateau among high mountains. The companies of the KFOR multinational battle group are doing their tour of duty and monthly rotations in the camp located halfway between the Serbian border of Kosovo and Mitrovica. They are tasked with presence patrolling in the area and manning the Gate 1 border crossing checkpoint. A platoon-strong quick reaction force is on standby at the base around the clock. In 2010, Hungarian troops were doing their second tour of duty in Camp Nothing Hill between the 10th of November and the 6th of December. This time they relieved a Polish contingent. In the presence of the commanders of the KFOR multinational battle group North and the Hungarian contingent, the Hungarian flag was raised in the camp at a ceremony. To attend the ceremony, we, journalists, needed the permission of the Hungarian contingent commander and some help from the public affairs officer of the Hungarian contingent. Lieutenant Dr. Monikulada was posted to Kosovo in August.
A public affairs officer has very complex duties. I have to communicate with both the internal and the external spheres of the public and the military. The personnel of the contingent receive information through an internal channel via a newsletter of the brigade for the mission, which has been issued in a redesigned format since the 3rd Hungarian KFOR contingent is present in KFOR, and the 10th rotation of the Hungarian PRT deployed in ISAF, Afghanistan in September 2010. First of all, this newsletter is for the family members, and the official homepages of the Hungarian Defense Forces are the channels of external communication for the military personnel. Informing the civilian population is another priority for us. Thankfully, we have very good relationship with the local media of Hódmezővásárhely in Hungary, so the residents of that garrison town can find regular updates on the life of the Hungarian troops serving here in the KFOR contingent.
As long as Hungarian troops are doing their tour of duty in Camp Nothing Hill, they are tasked with providing force protection for the camp. One platoon of the maneuver companies that redeployed to Nothing Hill serves as a quick reaction force on a 24-hour standby. They are training for executing crowd and riot control tasks at regularly held CRC training sessions. Continuous rehearsal is important because they may be called out any time to use their skills in real-life situations in the northern region of Kosovo.
We are presently at Camp Nothing Hill in the northern part of Kosovo. Among other things, the maneuver company is responsible for manning the Gate 1, conducting presence patrolling, providing force protection in the camp and executing quick reaction force tasks. The QRF is now our 4th platoon training behind my back, which is ready to move at a readiness state of 30 minutes when alerted. Whenever our patrols encounter any incidents or atrocities against the civilian population or KFOR, the QRF platoon is immediately dispatched to the area. Its personnel are equipped with riot gears, and if they are outnumbered in a given situation, then further reinforcements will be on their way to the incident control point.
Presence patrolling in a given area of responsibility is one of the most important duties outside the camp. The Hungarian maneuver company sends out 4 patrols per day.
Járútonalakon
The patrols are tasked with presence patrolling along designated routes and setting up observations posts at specified sites, as well as monitoring the safety of some aerial masts that are considered key facilities. If the patrol notices any suspicious or unusual activities, it sends a situation report to the headquarters, which takes further measures.
In addition to regular patrolling, the company stationed at Nothing Hill is tasked with manning Gate 1, the border crossing checkpoint between Serbia and Kosovo with the heaviest traffic. Protests and other atrocities occur frequently at Gate 1. For this reason, some years ago the KFOR headquarters decided that the peacekeepers have to check the flow of traffic in the border zone. The height next to the crossing point offers a vantage point for easy observation of the whole area.
We are standing by the Gate 1 border crossing checkpoint, a site where the maneuver company is to execute one of its primary tasks. Gate 1 is situated on one of the main routes between Mitrovica and Serbia. Our platoon is tasked with operating 3 observation posts and monitoring the area with teams that are relieved every 4 hours. The entire platoon is ready to move at a 15 minutes notice and is equipped with riot gears. The presence of KFOR troops is indispensable at this checkpoint because both sides of the border are populated by Serbs. They are not happy with the border, so every year or two they commit a number of atrocities at this crossing point alongside staging a lot of protests, and on one occasion they set the entire checkpoint on fire.
The Hungarian troops serving with KFOR in Kosovo are instrumental in achieving that Europe's youngest country is presently a peaceful place. But tensions are running high under the surface and ethnic clashes may flare up any time between Albanians and Serbs. This is an unfortunate state of affairs since Kosovo could become a beautiful country as it has all natural endowments. The only thing lacking is the most important one, the peaceful coexistence of citizens belonging to different ethnic groups.